Hello friends, I am Hina Khanna. In this lecture, I am going to explain recursion and use of stack in recursion. So first of all, what is recursion? Recursion means repetition. When a function calls itself, it is known as recursion. For example, we have a function main and we have another function a. Here, main is calling function a and a is again calling function a. You can see like that. Main function, it is calling function a and a function is again calling itself. This is a case of direct recursion. Direct recursion means when a function calls itself directly. It is direct recursion. One more example, we have a function main and function b. Here a function is calling function b and b function is calling function a. So in this case, main function is calling function a and a function is calling function b and b function is again calling function a. So it is the case of indirect recursion. One more example. Suppose we want to calculate the factorial of a number. Suppose we have a number 3. So 3 factorial is equal to 3 into 2 factorial. 2 factorial is 2 into 1 factorial. 1 factorial is 1 into 0 factorial and 0 factorial is 1. Here we observe two things. N factorial is equal to n into n minus 1 factorial and 0 factorial is 1. Here n factorial is equal to n into n minus 1 factorial. This is our recursive condition. And 0 factorial is equal to 1. This is our base condition or stopping condition. So in order to implement recursion, we require two things. First is our recursive condition and second is base condition. One more example. Suppose we want to find out exponential of a number a raised to power b, 3 raised to power 2, that is equal to 3 into 3 raised to power 1. 3 raised to power 1 is equal to 3 into 3 raised to power 0 and 3 raised to power 0 is 1. So we can write like that. A raised to power b is a into a raised to power b minus 1 and a raised to power 0 is 1. So this is our recursive condition. And this is our base condition. Now look at the example. Here, this is a program of factorial with the help of recursion. I have already discussed two conditions. First is our base condition and second is our recursive condition. In this case, we have a function main and we are scanning the value of x. This is a function call. In fact function, we have two steps. First is if n equal to 0, then return 1. This is our base condition. Else return n into fact of n minus 1. This is our recursive condition. Suppose we have given the value of x, that is 5 or 3 something. So main function is calling function fact and the value of x is suppose 3. So here the value of n is 3. If n equal to 0, this condition falls, so else part will execute and it will return n into fact of n minus 1. That is 3 into fact of 3 minus 1. We can write like that. 3 into fact of 2. Fact of 2 is again calling itself and it will return n that is 2. 2 into fact of 2 minus 1. 2 into fact of 1. Here the value of n is 1. So else part will execute and it will return 1 into fact of 1 minus 1. 1 into fact of 0. Now the value of n is 0. So look here, if n equal to 0, then return 1. So fact of 0 will give us the value 1. So fact of 0 will give us the value 1. Here observe, fact of 3 is 3 into fact of 2. Fact of 2 is 2 into fact of 1. Fact of 1 is 1 into fact of 0. And fact of 0 is 1. So we call function fact of 3 at the first position, but this will execute in the end. So this is last in first out property, LIFO. And last in first out property will be implemented using a data structure that is known as stack. I hope you all know about the stack. So in order to implement recursion, we need stack data structure. Now we will see how stack is used to implement recursion. Our main memory has 4 parts. First part is code section. Next is static variables. Next part is stack. And the last part is heap. Code section is used to hold the code of our program. Basically, our program has 2 parts. One is data part and next is instruction part. So instruction of our program will be stored in code section. Next is static variables. Static variable or global variable will be stored in static variable part. Next is stack. Stack is basically used to hold the variables or data of our program. Next is heap part. Heap part is used for dynamic memory allocation. Now we will see how recursion use stack and the LIFO property. First of all, main function is called. In main function, we have the variable x, and suppose we are giving the value of x here is 3. So in main function we have a variable x equal to 3. This is our stack. And when the main function is called, then the value of x equal to 3 will be stored in stack. This is known as activation record of main function. This is our activation record of main function. So what is the activation record? When a function is called, its activation record is created in the stack. Activation record means the value of variables in that function at that particular time will be stored in the stack. And when the function terminates, its activation record will be deleted. So first of all, main is called. So its activation record x equal to 3 is created in the stack. After then, fact of 3 is called. In case of fact of 3, the value of n is 3. So in stack, n equal to 3 will be stored. This is the activation record of fact 3. Next, fact of 3 is calling fact of 2. So activation record of fact of 2, that is n equal to 2, will be stored in stack. This is the activation record of fact of 2. Fact of 2 depends upon fact of 1 and it is calling fact of 1. Here the value of n is 1. So activation record of fact of 1 is stored in the stack. Fact of 1 calls fact of 0. So n equal to 0 will be stored in the stack. This is the activation record for fact 0, activation record for fact 1, activation record of fact 2, this is activation record of fact 3 and this is the activation record of main function. Now the value of n is 0. If n equal to 0, return 1. When this return statement execute, the control will goes here. It means this function has completed its execution. So fact of 1, fact of 0 will give us the value 1. So we can write like that. We can replace 1 with the fact of 0. So fact of 0 has completed. Its activation record will be deleted from the stack. After then, fact of 1 is 1 into 1. So fact of 1 will give us the value 1. So activation record of fact 1 that is n equal to 1 will delete and we can replace this from value 1. Now 2 into 1, that is 2. So fact of 2 will give us the value 2. So it has completed its execution. So its activation record will be deleted from the stack. So we can replace the fact of 2 with the value 2. Now 3 into 2, 6. So fact of 3 will give us the value 6. So its activation record will be deleted from the stack. And we can replace the value of fact of 3 with the 6. Now this 6 value will be transferred to main function and main function's activation record will delete. And here the value will be transferred, fact of x, that is fact of 3 will transfer the value 6 in the answer and it will print printf %ans, it will print ans, answer. So I hope you understand the video. Thank you so much.